They destroyed my grandfather's monument, so I invoked heritage protections and froze their $1. 4 million construction. I'm Nikolai Volkov, 54 years old, historic preservation architect in Fairfax County. The subdivision around me has modern craftsman homes, while my property sits at the original homestead site, 11 acres with a hand-carved limestone monument my grandfather erected in 1947 commemorating family members who died in World War II. I'm not HOA and never was, since my family deed predates their incorporation by 68 years. Monday morning, I return from a conference and find my grandfather's 6-foot limestone monument reduced to rubble in a construction dumpster, replaced with HOA-approved decorative river rock and a wooden fence. I sift through the dumpster and recover fragments with visible Cyrillic inscriptions and the date 1947 still legible. Tuesday, I call State Historic Preservation Office to file an emergency demolition report. Day 2, State Preservation Officer examines the monument fragments, confirming the limestone was hand-carved using 1940s techniques and qualifies for emergency historic designation. Day 3, State issues emergency stop work order for the entire development, immediately halting 4 active construction projects worth $1.4 million, including 2 custom homes, 1 clubhouse expansion, and infrastructure upgrades. Day 4, State Preservation Officer files federal report with U.S. Department of the Interior, Office of Historic Crimes, classifying the destruction as destruction of protected cultural property involving post-war Slavic immigrant heritage. Day 6, 2 federal investigators arrive with jurisdiction under 18 U.S.C. Section 1361 regarding willful destruction of protected cultural monuments, carrying potential federal felony charges with 5 to 12 years imprisonment. Day 7, HOA President and Architectural Committee Chairman receive federal subpoenas requiring testimony about authorization and demolition approval process. Day 9, contractors install bright red signs reading, Federal Historic Crime Scene, no construction permitted, at every entrance, while 4 homeowners with active permits demand refunds. Day 11, emergency HOA meeting with 116 residents turns chaotic as members discover board members face potential felony prosecution equivalent to war grave desecration. Day 13, I send settlement terms. $250,000 immediate monument restoration fee using period-appropriate limestone and master stone carver, plus $15,000 annual heritage preservation monitoring fee for 35 years, with all future excavation requiring my archaeological approval. Day 15, HOA board arrives with their criminal defense attorney, presenting certified check and signed agreement in exchange for my cooperation with federal investigators regarding intent determination. Day 17, monument restoration begins using original fragments, and federal investigators close case as negligence rather than malicious destruction after my testimony. Their subdivision remains, but now every fence post hole requires my archaeological survey and federal cultural resource clearance. Comment below what you'd have done differently.